Andy Farrell under pressure as Ireland prepare for Wales clash in crucial Six Nations. Encounter Ireland head coach Andy Farrell faces growing scrutiny ahead of his side's pivotal Six Nations championship clash against Wales' National Rugby Union team in Dublin. While Ireland are mathematically still in the race for the championship title, their chances now depend on a series of favorable results elsewhere, and criticism of Farrell's selection decisions has intensified. Former Ireland head coach Eddie O'Sullivan believes Farrell must take responsibility for decisions that ultimately derailed Ireland's title ambitions. At the center of the debate is Farrell's choice to start young fly half Sam Prendergast in Ireland's opening matches of the tournament, a gamble that many now believe backfired. With Ireland preparing to host Wales in what could be a defining match of their campaign, discussions about tactics, selections, and even Farrell's long-term future are dominating the conversation surrounding the Irish camp that O'Sullivan questions key selection calls. Speaking on the Indosport podcast, O'Sullivan was blunt in his assessment of Ireland's early tournament selections. According to the former national coach, Farrell's faith in Prendergast may have cost Ireland their opportunity to mount a serious challenge for the championship. That Ireland's tournament began with a high-profile clash against France's National Rugby Union team, one of the favorites for the title. Farrell opted to start Prendergast at fly half rather than a more experienced Jack Crowley. Although Prendergast is widely regarded as one of Ireland's brightest young prospects, the move raised eyebrows even before the match. O'Sullivan believes the decision ultimately proved costly. There's no doubt Farrell got this wrong, O'Sullivan said. I don't think anybody wants to ask the most obvious question, whether he believes at this point that the selections for the first two games were incorrect. He continued by explaining that while coaches must trust their instincts, accountability is equally important when decisions fail to deliver the desired results. By any metric, as a coach, I would say he got those first two selections completely wrong, he added. Sometimes you have to put your hand up and say, I got that wrong. Faith in a rising star. Farrell's reasoning behind selecting Prendergast was not without justification. The young playmaker has been widely praised for his composure, tactical awareness, and potential to become Ireland's long-term solution at fly half. Many within Irish rugby believe that Prendergast could thrive on the big stage. O'Sullivan himself admitted that he, like many others, initially supported the idea. In his head, he really believed Sam was the man, O'Sullivan said. And there were grounds for that belief. We were all on the same boat thinking Sam is a special talent who would come right. However, international rugby can be unforgiving, particularly in a competition as demanding as the Six Nations. Prendergast struggled to influence the early matches as Ireland hoped, and the team's overall performance reflected that lack of control at fly half. While Ireland managed to secure victories in their subsequent matches, the damage had already been done in the title race. The importance of bonus points, one of the key frustrations surrounding Ireland's campaign, has been the narrow margins that have left them trailing the tournament leaders in their round 2 clash against Italy National Rugby Union team. Ireland secured victory but failed to score the 4 tries required for a bonus point. That missing point now looms large in the standings. Similarly, Ireland's opening defeat to France yielded no losing bonus point, leaving them further behind their rivals. Had Ireland managed to collect those 2 additional points, they would currently sit level with Scotland National Rugby Union team and only 4 points behind France in the standings. Instead, they find themselves relying on other results to keep their championship hopes alive. O'Sullivan believes that if Crowley had started the opening match in Paris, Ireland might still be firmly in the hunt. We probably wouldn't have won the Grand Slam even with Jack starting in Paris, he admitted. But we might still be in the championship. Farrell addresses future speculation while the debate around team selection continues. Farrell has also found himself responding to speculation about his future beyond the upcoming Rugby World Cup. Rumors recently surfaced suggesting that Farrell could be set for a return to Saracens, where he previously worked as part of the coaching staff. The speculation gained traction due to Farrell's strong relationship with the club and the presence of his son, Owen Farrell, in the squad. However, Saracens quickly moved to dismiss the rumors, describing them as disrespectful in a public statement. Farrell himself played down the reports, but acknowledged that discussions regarding his future with the Irish Rugby Football Union will take place in the near future. "You'd expect me to say that I'm just concentrating on the Six Nations," Farrell told reporters. "But I suppose people are putting two and two together and making five." He acknowledged the connections with Saracens, but emphasized that his immediate focus remains with Ireland. "We'll sit down and have discussions with the IRFU in the near future, that's for sure," he said. Wales refused to accept underdog status while Ireland's internal debates dominate headlines. Their opponents this weekend are quietly preparing for a massive challenge. The Welsh arrive in Dublin with a difficult recent record in the championship. They have lost their last 13 matches in the competition, a run that has severely tested confidence within the squad. Despite that statistic, Captain Dewey Lake insists Wales will not travel to Ireland merely to make up the numbers. "We believe we can compete against Ireland because we think we're good enough," Lake said. "We wouldn't be here if we didn't believe that." Lake emphasized that Wales are focusing on executing their own game plan rather than worrying about Ireland's strengths. "If we play our game and get the things right that we want to do, we believe we can beat Ireland." Signs of progress for Wales. Wales may have struggled for results recently, but their performance against Scotland in round 3 offered signs of progress. In that match, Wales pushed Scotland far harder than many expected, producing a spirited display that restored belief within the squad. Lake believes the match represented a turning point. "I've said from the first game there has been belief in the squad," he explained. "Against Scotland, everything kind of clicked for us." The team placed a renewed emphasis on defensive intensity during training that week, something Lake believes was evident during the match. "We put a lot more effort into our defense in the week, and you probably saw that mentality when we went out to defend." He believes that performance can serve as a platform for further improvement. "That Scotland game will give us more confidence," he added. "We could go another level this weekend." Two key players for Wales. Welsh legend Jonathan Davies believes two players in particular will play crucial roles if Wales are to challenge Ireland. Writing in his Wales Online column, Davies highlighted the importance of flanker James Botham and fly half Dan Edwards. Botham impressed off the bench against Scotland after replacing the injured Tane Plumtree, and his ability to disrupt opposition possession could be vital against Ireland's powerful attacking structure. "Wales have got to slow down the ball somehow, or it will be a very long night," Davies wrote. James Botham will have a big role in doing that. He produced some positive turnovers against Scotland. Meanwhile, Edwards has been handed the responsibility of directing Wales' attack following the injury to Sam Costello. For the young fly half, the match represents a significant opportunity to prove himself at international level. "It will be a big night for Dan Edwards," Davies added. "He needs to kick accurately and find a way of getting the attack firing." Tactical questions for Wales. Davies also pointed out that Wales are still searching for clarity in their attacking structure, particularly in the relationship between the fly half and inside center positions. "At the moment, I don't really understand what the 10 to 12 axis is trying to do," he wrote. "The balance between playmaking and direct carrying remains uncertain, leaving questions about how Wales intend to break down Ireland's defensive line. Do we want our number 12 to be a ball player, or do we want him to carry over the gain line?" Davies asked. A high-stakes clash in Dublin as kickoff approaches. Both teams enter the match with significant pressure. Ireland must win to keep their fading championship hopes alive, while Wales are desperate to end their long losing streak in the competition.